Beagles are often called the Goldilocks dogs. Not too aggressive, not too timid. Not overly friendly, but not standoffish either. They strike a perfect balance in so many ways, but don't let that fool you into thinking they're easy to own. In fact, here are 9 things owners wish they knew before bringing a Beagle into their life. Number 1. Beagles will do anything and everything for food. When it comes to food, a Beagle's motto might as well be whatever it takes. These dogs are food-driven to an almost comical degree. One owner recalls saying, "The appetite is a signature trait. We once called the vet that was leaning towards making an appointment on another day, until we told him our Beagle had refused food. He then asked us to come over immediately." This obsession with food can be both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, their love for treats makes them surprisingly easy to train. On the other, it also means constant vigilance. Leave a snack unattended and poof, it will vanish like magic. Even worse, Beagles will happily eat things that aren't food but smell like food. For instance, one poor Beagle pup devoured a styrofoam tray that held raw hamburger meat and gave his owner 36 hours of worry before passing it. Beagles gain weight easily, so a strict diet and plenty of exercise are essential. That said, just keep an eye on your snacks. They'll find them no matter how well you hide them. Number 2. When their nose takes over, nothing else matters. With a Beagle, you don't own a dog. You own a nose on 4 legs. Seriously, their incredible sense of smell is both their superpower and their kryptonite. Once they catch a scent, their world narrows to that single trail, and calling their name is about as effective as whispering in a hurricane. One Beagle owner wisely said, "Their noses will get them in trouble. They will follow a scent into traffic or off a cliff." Beagles are the ultimate explorers. A blanket picnic at the park? Forget it. They'll want to sniff every square inch of grass before even considering a rest. And walks? Prepare for frequent pauses because, to a Beagle, every smell deserves a thorough investigation. Also, never trust them off a leash. Beagles have been known to chase a scent for miles without a second thought. That said, you can channel their sniffing instincts with games like hiding treats for them to find around the home. Their nose needs exercise, just as much as their legs. And if you can manage to train a Beagle to listen through the distractions of scents, congratulations, you can train any dog. But here's another reason why a Beagle's nose can get them into trouble. Number 3. Beagles are notorious escape artists. If Houdini were a dog, he'd probably be a Beagle. These clever canines have an unmatched talent for turning any yard into their personal prison break. In fact, one Beagle owner shared, "Most of my Beagles were diggers, but one managed to figure out how to climb up a tree to escape over the fence. So that tree now has a baby gate around it." Yes, you heard that right. A baby gate for a tree. Beagles are masters of escape, using every trick in the book, digging tunnels, chewing through wood, climbing fences, and even scaling trees. Oh, you have a 2-acre fenced yard? Not enough. To keep these furry escape artists safe, consider reinforcing fences with barriers that extend underground. Believe it or not, electric fencing has been a last resort for some owners, but nothing beats vigilance. For a Beagle, the Great Escape isn't just a hobby. It's quite literally their way of life. Number 4. They will terrorize you for the first 2 to 3 years. The first 2 or 3 years with a Beagle can feel more like raising a chaotic toddler than a dog. One owner summed it up perfectly, saying, "You will not have an adult dog until 24 months. Up until then, you are living with a terrorist. Plan accordingly and pack your patience." Expect chewed furniture, shredded rugs, and endless energy. One owner recalls coming home to find their 7-month-old Beagle had turned the doormat into confetti, followed by the dreaded words from their spouse, "You better prepare yourself for when you get home. He's been naughty again." Beagle pups will keep you on your toes, testing boundaries like it's their full-time job. But don't worry, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Around the 2-year mark, many Beagle owners notice a dramatic shift as their puppy finally settles into a calmer, more manageable dog. The chaos won't last forever, but until it does, patience and a good sense of humor is absolutely required. Number 5. The shedding isn't as bad as everyone says. Yes, Beagles shed quite a bit, but it's not the hair apocalypse some people make it out to be. One owner put it into perspective saying, "My Beagle sheds fairly short, coarse hair that the vacuum picks up with no problem at all. My Aussie, on the other hand, sheds long, fluffy poofs, and I'm constantly cleaning his hair off the vacuum brush." Compared to larger and fluffier breeds, Beagle shedding is manageable. Their short, dense coat means the hair won't wrap around furniture or get tangled into your vacuum. Plus, regular brushing can keep most of their fur from spreading all over your home. However, if you're dreaming of a truly shed-free life, you'll need to look at non-shedding breeds entirely. But for a shedding breed, Beagles are relatively low maintenance. With the right grooming routine, their shedding can be easy to control, making them a great choice for anyone who's not a fan of constant fur battles. Number 6. Beagles are clingy, so be prepared. If you're dreaming of an independent dog, a Beagle will shatter that illusion faster than you can find a scent trail. These lovable pups are the poster children for clinginess. One owner shared saying, "My Beagle pup has to be touching at least one other living thing, even if that means climbing the cat tree or wedging himself between me and the couch cushions." The thing is, Beagles form incredibly strong bonds with their humans. Whether it's following you from room to room, cuddling at bedtime, or refusing to leave your side when you're sick, they'll make sure you never feel alone. However, this intense loyalty comes with a downside. Beagles are prone to separation anxiety. One owner recalled their pup sniffing their clothes and moping around whenever they weren't home. To help them feel more secure, start separation anxiety training early, such as the sub-threshold method. Beagles thrive with constant companionship, so if you're gone frequently, consider another dog or a household where someone's usually home. In the end, their clingy nature is just their way of saying, "You're my person, and I'll never let you forget it." Number 7. Say goodbye to any peace and quiet in the home. If you value peace and quiet, a Beagle will make sure you learn to appreciate noise instead. These pups are infamously vocal. In fact, one owner confessed, "Even with professional training, my Beagle couldn't stop barking at squirrels and birds. His barks and howls reverberate through the entire neighborhood." Another owner followed up saying, "I love the howling. It's the clucking and screaming while he's on a scent that's the worst. The whole neighborhood knows who has the Beagle." When they're not barking, they can be heard baying, yelping, or letting out sounds that might convince you they're trying to talk. Some Beagles are quieter than others, but most love expressing themselves in the loudest way possible. Whether it's barking at a dog walking by, howling at a passing bird, or clucking and screaming while tracking a scent, Beagles have a unique way of keeping your home lively. To help manage the noise, provide mental stimulation, like a snuffle mat, to keep them engaged. With a Beagle, your best bet is to embrace the soundtrack of their life. Number 8. They may look calm, but they're not. Don't be fooled by that sweet, laid-back Beagle face. They're like furry batteries with endless energy reserves. Beagles were bred to hunt rabbits, and their stamina is legendary. In the hunting world, they'd run for 8 to 12 hours straight, and that boundless energy is still alive and well in your modern-day Beagle. One owner shared their routine. "I would take my Beagle on a 3 to 4 mile trail run. Then we'd play with the neighbor's husky, followed by a fetch session in the yard, and then another walk. Guess what? He still isn't dead tired." Without proper exercise, their pent-up energy can quickly turn destructive. Think chewed up furniture, shredded pillows, and a house that looks like it survived a hurricane. Daily exercise and mental stimulation are non-negotiable for this breed. Long walks, Runs and plenty of playtime are a must to keep them happy and your home intact. Remember, a tired beagle is a happy beagle. So lace up those sneakers and get ready to keep up. Number 9. Ear hygiene is super important with beagles. The beagles' adorable floppy ears are part of their charm, but they come with a hidden responsibility: diligent ear care. Those long, droopy ears don't allow much airflow, creating a warm, moist environment that's perfect for bacteria and yeast to thrive. If not properly maintained, your beagle could be dealing with ear infections before you know it. Needless to say, regular cleaning is essential. Use a vet-approved ear cleaner and a soft cloth to gently wipe away dirt and wax buildup. In addition, be sure to check their ears weekly for any signs of trouble, like redness, swelling, or a funky odor. Catching issues early can save you a lot of headaches and vet bills later on. Beagles are scent hounds, so their noses are often in the dirt, which doesn't help with their ear situation. After every outdoor adventure, take a quick look to ensure nothing has found its way into their ears. And if you take them swimming, make sure to dry their ears thoroughly afterward to prevent moisture from causing infections. Proper ear hygiene keeps your beagle happy, healthy, and free of discomfort, and those iconic floppy ears wagging in full swing. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably love this video here. And if you hit subscribe, I'll donate a meal to a rescue dog on your behalf.